All right. We shall be looking at what we call interest. It's a combination of interest and higher purchase. First question starts with higher purchase, then the interest will come along. All right. When we look at interest, all we have to know, interest is two ways. It's earned, can earn interest, and you can be charged. It's earned or charged. When is it earned? When you invest. When you invest, you get the interest. When you take a loan, when you borrow money, you are charged interest. In other words, interest will be a value, added value onto the money borrowed or money invested. All right, that's what you have to know. There are two methods. It's either compound or simple. Interest is either compound interest or simple interest. Compound, it will always what? It always changes. Always changes, whereas simple interest is the same throughout the period. It does not change. Simple interest, it's used under higher purchase. That's what you have to know. Higher purchase. Compound usually is for charged on loans. All right, let's continue. Question number 27, we're looking at interest. Mhlaba is planning on doing a baking course. She therefore decided to buy a food processor while browsing the internet. While browsing the internet, she came across the following special promotion. Picture 2, a picture of food processor on sale. The picture is called Kenwood. Yes, this is special price, and it was this much, so it was reduced. Simply meaning is what we call what? Discount. The value reduced. And in most cases, the moment you hear on sale, in most cases, things are, the other word would be, they are on what we call markdown. Values are reduced. Okay, Mrs. Mhlaba does not have enough money to buy cash for this food processor. She decided to buy it on hire purchase deal. The hire purchase deal entails the following: 15% deposit at 18.5% annual simple interest rate on the price less than deposit. Price less than the deposit, we shall call this the price less than the deposit, simply meaning the cash that you're supposed to pay minus the deposit, less deposit. You understand? Deposit is okay. So another general term for this money, we call it the balance or outstanding amount. Take note, this is the amount that will carry the interest only. Deposit does not carry interest because it's paid once off. It's not among the monthly repayments. So 3 years, this is 3 years when she's supposed to be. By 3 years, the money would have been covered. Like, you should have paid the money by 3 years. Now, when you look at 3 years, she's going to pay monthly. So in other words, how many installments are there? It will be 3 times 12, and the installments are 36 installments. These are the things you need to analyze before even you answer the question. 36 installments. Anyway, define the term hire purchase. Define the term hire purchase. Hire purchase, I would expect you to talk of hire purchase. One buys the item. One buys the item and they pay for it in installments. Otherwise, people, it's the same as lay-by. What happens? You go to the person selling the item. You give them deposit. You take the item, but you'll be paying on a monthly basis. All right. Okay. Mr. Mhlaba paid 974 rands 85 cents as a deposit on the food processor. Show how the deposit was calculated. All right, here we go. We've seen that the deposit is 15%. Now, it will be 15% of the money that the person was supposed to pay. You understand? So we come here now. We come here, we say 15 over 100. 15 over 100 times 15 over 100 times 6,499 rands, approximately 6,500. But please don't write 6,500. 15% times 6,499. Someone else would write this. This is also fine. It's also fine. So you end up having your answer as 900 974 rands 85 cents. Calculate the discount percentage offered on the food processor that Mr. Mhlaba wants to buy, that Mrs. Mhlaba wants to buy. Discount. Remember, we looked at this. How do we get a discount? The discount is here. This value, the now value, and the was value. Originally, it was this much. Originally, it was the initial amount. This is the original amount of money. Now it changed to that much. And what it changed to, it's less than what it was before. So what do we mean? There's a change between these two values. There's a change between these two values. That's a discount. But they're asking you what percentage, discount percentage was it? So what are we going to do? We shall get the original amount of money, 7,300. Sorry, 7,139.99 cents minus 6,499 rands. We divide by the original amount of money, because that's where the change came from. The change is over this part. So we multiply by 100. Why I multiply by 100? They asked for the percentage. Anyway, get the value that you have there. When you subtract, get the value. When you subtract, you end up having 640 rands 99 cents over 7,139 rands 99 cents. Multiply that by 100. Multiply that by 100. Put this in your calculator, your answer becomes 8.98%. This is the percentage. So the discount was 8, so which is approximately 9 Question number 5. Calculate the amount payable after 3 years, excluding deposit. Excluding deposit she already paid. Wow. Look at that. Excluding deposit she already paid. Now, calculate the amount paid excluding deposit. First and foremost, we need to exclude deposit. It should not be part of the money. So if we exclude deposit, you look for what we call the outstanding. Outstanding what? Amount, which is the balance. Outstanding balance, which will become the cash money minus the deposit. Remember, the cash money is 6,499 rands minus the deposit, which we saw already as 974 rands 85 cents. First and foremost, we need to look for the outstanding balance. That's what I'm doing now. So our outstanding balance is this much. So you have the outstanding balance. But this outstanding balance is going to be paid back with an interest. And I told you the interest that we use here is usually simple interest. So if it's paid back with an interest, how much will be paid back? So we need to look for the interest. So we shall multiply this by the interest we saw here in the scenario. It's 18.5%. 18, this one here, 18.5%. 18.5%. 18.5%. So we shall come here, multiply 18.5%. You have it as 1,021 rands 97 cents. This is the interest, but for over a period of 3 years, multiply by 3. So the total interest that we have here is this much. This, I repeat, this is interest. So the question wants to know, calculate the amount payable after the 3 years. So we've seen the interest. He has to pay the interest. On top of that, he has to pay also the outstanding balance. On top of the interest, he has to pay the outstanding balance. Then the final answer becomes 8,590 rands 5 cents. This is how much he's supposed to pay, excluding deposit. How did you do excluding deposit? Here we are. So how do we get the 5 marks? The 5 marks, you excluded the deposit. You looked for the interest. You appreciated the 3 years. You added onto the amount. You got the right answer. 5 marks. 5 marks. Remember, we do not use formulas in mathematical literacy. Do not use formulas. All right, let's go to the second question. The next question says, how much was she going to save if she decided to buy the processor cash opting? Cash opting instead of the higher purchase. Now here we need just look for the difference. So this will be total amount paid minus the cash money. So we've just seen that he is going to pay 8,595 cents. So the total amount has to be, now this one will include because he paid the deposit also. So deposit plus the the payback, I will call it payback, the payback money minus the cash. So this is the deposit, 900 plus the 8,590 rands minus the cash money, which is 6,499. So how much are we looking at saving? So this one, why do we include deposit? Because it was also paid, it was paid. So she would have saved 30,000. And did they ask monthly? You divide by 36 because they are 3 years. All right, 27.2. Mr. Molopa started saving 800 per month for 2 years ago so that he can take this money and invest it with a bank in order to put down a deposit when buying a house. Mr. Papa approached the bank that offered him 12. The bank offered him 12% per annum compound interest for a period of 2 years. That's what you have been. Oh, sorry. Another thing, it's here 800 2 years ago. Now, here they ask you, what is the difference between interest and interest rate? What I want to know, you tell me interest is the value added onto the invested or borrowed amount. You understand? Then you come down and you tell me interest rate is the percentage at which the value added is calculated. You understand? Interest rate, it's that value that you get. Interest rate is the percentage at which that value is going to grow. I need to see the word percentage. Here I need to see the amount of value added onto. Okay. Question number 27.22. Calculate how much he would be able to invest with the bank if he invests the entire amount. Now, here we go. How much is it? Remember, he says his story. He has been saving 800 per month for over 2 years. This money, he intends to put it or to invest it in the bank. So we need to know how much is this money. So 800 per month over a period of 2 years. So it's the same as 800 times 24. And the answer you get is 19,200. This is the money he wants to invest. That's the money he wants to invest. That's the money that he wants to invest. That's the money that he wants to invest. Determine how much he will earn at the end of the investment period. Take note, what's the investment period? The period they said it's 2 and a half years. How much will he earn at the end? Earning. That means the value is going to earn an interest, but they said the interest is at 12.5% per annum, compounded annually. It's compound. So we're going to say compound is done into steps. So now step number one, get the percentage at which it's going to increase. You take 100% plus the interest at which it's increasing percent divided by 100, which will equal to 112.5 over 100. This is the same as 1,125. So now we're going to do it in steps. They are 2 years fully, so 2 full years. So the first year, we need to look for the money. So what shall we do? We shall take this number that we've got here, 1,125 times the money the person is going to invest. So 1,125 times 19,200. In the first year, at the end of the first year, he will have got 21,600. Then what about the second year? Second year, the same percentage, but the different value. Remember, this is compound. So the money which is at the end of the first year, it's the one now earning the interest. So we shall multiply that. And he gets 24,300. So this is the second. But the other step, third step, is not a full year. It's half a year. So we need to change a little bit. Half year. What will it be? It will be half year. It will be half year. Let me do it from here. It will be 12.5 divided by 2. End up having 6.25. This is a percentage. So onto this, we add again 100. You get 100.0625. Remember, as what we did here. What we did here, we repeat it here. Because now, but the reason why I'm dividing this because I'm looking for half yearly. Half yearly. So half yearly half year. So this one now multiplies the money which is there in the second year, which is 24,300. So at the end of the 2 years, you would have 25,818 rands 75 cents. I would advise you to learn this formula here because it will also help you when you look at inflation. It will help you when you look at it. So the first year, he has this much money. The second year, he has this much money. The half, he has this. So this is the final amount of money that is there. That's the final amount of money that is there. Method two, it would have been done the other way around. Method two, I'm talking of method two. The first one has gone. This is method. Method two, you would have done it the way you know it, whereby you get 12.5 over 100 times the money that was invested. Please don't forget, you still add on that money. So here you get your interest as 2,400 plus. So in the first year, we have the final answer as. So this is the first year. All right. The first year. Same story. Come here. Second year. 12,5 over 100 times. Now the money which was there in the first year plus. So you get your interest as your interest is 2,700 plus the money that is there. So you end up having 24,300. This is the second year. Now the other part, it's, remember you said it's half yearly. So we shall get the interest divided by 2, because it's half yearly, we end up having 6,25. Now you come and say 6,25 over 100 times the money, this money here, it goes up there, 24,300 into brackets plus 24,300. Most learners know this. So your interest that you get there, it's 1,518 rands, 75 cents, plus the 24,300. So your final answer, you have it as 25,818 and 75 cents. 75. So this is how we do it. That's method 2. All right. Calculate how much interest he earned at the end of the period. Now, if you've used method 2, all you do, you come on and you take the interest as this. You only take these values. Take these values. If you've used method 2, you add them up. That's the interest. But if you've used method 1, you get your final answer minus the invested money. All right. I will say interest from method 1. You take the final value minus the invested amount, which will equal to, okay, you can write it down here. And the final amount that we got, it was 2,581,875 minus 19,200. $6,618 rands and 75 rands. Or this is from method 2. Method 2, add what? The interests up. So the first interest is this one here. 1, 2, 3. So you will come here and say interest 1, 2,400 plus 2,700 plus 1,518 rands, 75 cents. When you add up these values, you have to get the answer. 6,618.75 cents. It's upon you which method you would like to use. But since it's 2 marks, this one would work better. It would work better.